Samsung's Galaxy S25 series is creating a buzz, and for good reason. From improved cameras to memory upgrades and sleek design revisions, there's plenty to be excited about. But amid all the speculation, there's one question that keeps coming up. How much will these enhancements cost? Before we dive into the details, don't forget to join our membership for exclusive insights. The link is in the description. To understand the upcoming pricing, it's important to reflect on the Galaxy S24 series, which already came with hefty price tags. The 6.2-inch Galaxy S24 started at $799.99 for 128 gigabytes of storage. The 6.7-inch Galaxy S24 Plus began at $999.99, and the 6.8-inch S24 Ultra reached a starting price of $1,299.99 for 256 gigabytes. If those prices made you pause, then you should prepare yourself for even higher costs with the Galaxy S25 series. Industry sources from South Korea have indicated that the price increase is due to two major factors. The first is the rising exchange rate between the Korean won and the US dollar, which could impact global pricing. The second factor, however, is more substantial: the inclusion of the Snapdragon 8 Elite processor in all models. This next-generation chip is expected to be more expensive than the Snapdragon 8 Gen 3 and Exynos 2400 processors found in the S24 series, driving up the overall cost of the phones. While component costs don't always directly translate to retail price hikes, Samsung's track record suggests that the Galaxy S25 series is unlikely to escape this trend. So based on the latest information, here's an estimate of what you might pay for each model. The 6.2-inch Galaxy S25 is expected to start at $849.99 for 128 gigabytes of storage, with the 256 gigabyte variant likely priced at around $899.99. The 6.7-inch Galaxy S25 Plus could start at $1,049.99 for 256 gigabytes, while the 512 gigabyte variant might push the price to $1,159.99. The 6.8-inch Galaxy S25 Ultra, expected to be the top-tier model, may have a starting price of $1,349.99 for 256 gigabytes, with the 512 gigabyte model possibly reaching $1,499.99. These price increases might seem steep, especially when considering the Galaxy S25 Ultra's hefty price tag. But the higher prices could be justified by the improvements in memory. Samsung is rumored to increase the RAM across all models, with the Galaxy S25 Ultra possibly featuring up to 16 gigabytes of RAM in its 512 gigabyte version. For those who prioritize performance, these upgrades could make the higher prices more palatable. However, there's another intriguing addition to the Galaxy S25 family that's generating a lot of buzz: the Galaxy S25 Slim. While it wasn't mentioned in the recent reports, rumors about this model have been circulating for a while. Expected to launch months after the standard S25 series, the S25 Slim is designed to be ultra-thin and lightweight, with top-tier camera specifications. Yet, the price for this model is expected to be sky-high, thanks to its premium features. While it might not include the S Pen seen in the Ultra models, which could help keep costs down a bit, it's unlikely that the S25 Slim will be affordable. In fact, it may start at well over $1,200, making it a luxury device rather than an everyday choice. For those still on the fence about whether to splurge on these devices, it all comes down to what you value most. If you're after cutting-edge technology, superior cameras, and exceptional performance, the Galaxy S25 series may be worth the investment. But if the high price tags give you pause, waiting for price drops, or considering older models could be a good move. Remember, to get access to even more insider details and stay ahead of the latest trends, be sure to join our membership. The link is in the description. As Samsung prepares to launch the Galaxy S25 series, it's clear that they're aiming to push the boundaries of mobile technology, though this comes at a premium cost. Will you be upgrading to the next-gen Galaxy, or are you holding out for a better deal? Let us know your thoughts, and don't forget to join our membership for exclusive updates. The link is in the description. Thank you for tuning in, and as always, I'll catch you in the next video. Until then, take care and happy exploring. Peace out.
The smartphone industry is constantly evolving, with each new year bringing us flagship devices that push the boundaries of technology and design. In this video, we'll be taking a close look at the two biggest names in the smartphone world right now: Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max and Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra. Both phones are powerhouses in their own right, but how do they stack up against each other? Let's dive into the battle of the bigs. Design and size. As expected, Apple's iPhone 16 Pro Max doesn't deviate much from its predecessor when it comes to design. The rectangular shape, soft corners, flat sides, and dynamic island pill-shaped cutout remain. This year, however, the screen has grown from 6.7 inches to a massive 6.9 inches, making it the largest display ever on an iPhone. Its bezels are even thinner, but the overall dimensions have changed slightly, measuring 163 millimeters by 77.6 millimeters. In comparison, the Galaxy S24 Ultra is slightly smaller at 162.3 millimeters in height, but a bit wider at 79 millimeters, making it easier to handle for users who love to use the S Pen for sketching or taking notes. Speaking of the S Pen, Samsung once again offers the stylus nestled into the bottom of the Galaxy S24 Ultra. It's a feature that remains unique to Samsung in the flagship market, and one that many users either love or ignore completely. The precision of the S Pen, developed in partnership with Wacom, is something to be admired, making it a fantastic tool for creative tasks. Apple, on the other hand, introduces some new tricks with its buttons. The Action button, which debuted in the iPhone 15 Pro series, returns, offering customizable functions for launching apps or activating Siri shortcuts. But the real star of the show is the new Camera Control button. This physical key, equipped with a capacitive surface, allows users to control the camera with a swipe, much like a traditional camera shutter button, enhancing the photography experience. Both phones come in sleek color options. The iPhone 16 Pro Max offers titanium finishes in white, black, natural, and the new Desert Titanium. Meanwhile, Samsung gives users a broader selection with titanium violet, yellow, black, and gray, and 3 exclusive colors if you order directly from Samsung's website. Display differences. When it comes to display, both phones boast impressive technology. The iPhone 16 Pro Max features a 6.9-inch OLED panel with a 120Hz refresh rate and an always-on display that can drop its refresh rate to just 1 Hz, keeping your wallpaper or photos visible even when the phone is asleep. Samsung's Galaxy S24 Ultra comes equipped with its signature AMOLED screen, also featuring a 120Hz refresh rate and an always-on display. However, Samsung has a slight edge here with its anti-reflective coating, which makes the screen much easier to see outdoors. In contrast, the iPhone struggles with reflections in bright sunlight despite its high brightness. Color accuracy is another area where the two phones differ slightly. The iPhone's display leans towards a yellowish hue, while the Galaxy has a bit of a teal tint. But with both phones offering blue light filters and adaptive color calibration, these differences are minimal in day-to-day use. One new feature for the iPhone 16 Pro Max is its ability to drop to an incredibly low 1-nit brightness level, making it easier on the eyes in dark environments. Samsung's display already hovers around this level, so both phones are excellent for nighttime use. Performance and software. Under the hood, the iPhone 16 Pro Max is powered by Apple's latest A18 Pro chip, built on a second-gen 3nm process by TSMC. This cutting-edge chip brings significant improvements in performance and efficiency, particularly when it comes to handling heavy tasks like gaming and AI-driven processes. Apple has also focused on better heat dissipation, addressing the overheating issues that plagued the A17 Pro chip. The Galaxy S24 Ultra, on the other hand, is powered by the Qualcomm Snapdragon 8 Gen 3, specifically tuned for Samsung devices. While both chips are incredibly powerful, benchmarks show that Apple's A18 Pro takes the lead in CPU performance. However, in 3D graphics tests, the Galaxy S24 Ultra isn't far behind, offering stellar gaming performance. Both Apple and Samsung are pushing into the realm of AI, with dedicated NPU cores to handle AI tasks. The iPhone 16 Pro Max comes with Apple Intelligence, which will roll out new features gradually, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra already boasts AI-powered features like live translation, generative image editing, and transcript summaries. As for software, the iPhone runs iOS, which has seen some welcome changes this year, bringing it closer to the flexibility of Android. You can now place app icons anywhere on the home screen and even customize their colors. But if customization is what you're after, Samsung's One UI still reigns supreme with features like split-screen multitasking, themes, and more. Samsung has also stepped up its software update game, promising 7 years of updates for the Galaxy S24 Ultra compared to Apple's 5-year commitment for the iPhone. Camera capabilities. Apple has made some significant upgrades to the cameras on the iPhone 16 Pro Max, particularly the ultra-wide camera, which now features a 48-megapixel sensor. The main camera remains at 48 megapixel, and the 5x telephoto camera comes with a 12-megapixel sensor. A new lens coating helps reduce the lens flare issue that has been prevalent in recent iPhone models, especially during night shots. Samsung, as always, is pushing the envelope with its camera hardware. The Galaxy S24 Ultra boasts a hopping 200-megapixel main camera, alongside a 12-megapixel ultra-wide, a 10-megapixel 3x telephoto, and a 50-megapixel 5x zoom camera. While the megapixel count might seem impressive, the real magic happens in post-processing. Both phones have excellent cameras, but Samsung has a slight edge in zoom performance, while the iPhone tends to over-sharpen fine details like leaves or grass. In low-light conditions, both phones perform admirably, but the iPhone's new lens coating helps reduce the flare and artifacts that can appear in night photos. Samsung, on the other hand, continues to struggle slightly with oversaturated greens in its images, but this is only noticeable when directly comparing photos side by side. Battery and charging. When it comes to battery life, both phones pack a punch. The iPhone 16 Pro Max has a 4,685 mAh battery, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra comes with a slightly larger 5,000 mAh battery. However, Samsung takes the lead in charging speeds, offering 45-watt wired charging compared to the iPhone's 20-watt. For wireless charging, Apple's MagSafe offers 25-watt, while Samsung's wireless charging maxes out at 15-watt. Conclusion. So, which phone is the better choice? It's a tough call. The iPhone 16 Pro Max impresses with its sleek design, powerful A18 Pro chip, and improved cameras, while the Galaxy S24 Ultra excels with its S Pen, higher megapixel count, and faster charging speeds. Ultimately, it comes down to personal preference and whether you're more entrenched in Apple's ecosystem or Samsung's Android world. Either way, you're getting a top-tier smartphone that won't disappoint. What do you think about it? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Until then, take care. Goodbye.